if the crypto that you hold does a 10x, are you comfortable with your portfolio right now? I posted this on X the other day. I think it might have been yesterday. You'd be really surprised how many people seemingly unhappy with a potential 10x. They want more. They want more out of these crypto markets. And it is, I think, especially now where we're on the cycle, highly attainable to see more than a 10x. But I think it's funny that crypto has spoiled people with so many gains that 10x in 2 years is kind of looked down upon. I want to say I would be happy with 10x on my portfolio right now. I would. I think we will see more, but I would be happy with 10x. But let's talk about the 10x approach to the crypto markets. This is really a glimpse into my mind, I think, and how it works with crypto. I'm minimalistic. I like things simple, even when it comes to my macro long-term approach, trying to figure out how to navigate crypto cycles, trying to figure out how to make money in crypto. I like it to be simple. I don't like to overcomplicate things. This 10x approach is really where my head is at. So if you're not a subscriber, subscribe right now for more content on crypto, whether it's analysis, news, whatever, my own insights, my views, and hit the like button and let's talk about this. I have a little bit of a list of some cryptos I wanted to kind of use as examples to what I'm talking about here. But I first wanted to say, when we're thinking about 10x and hey, would you be happy with a 10x? It really matters what part of the cycle you're asking that question. Right now is the important time to ask the question. I could do a video like this at the top of the bull market, the last bull market, the next top of the next bull market, but it's not as relevant, right? Because in the top of a bull market, many people have already 10x'd. Many people have already 40x'd, some 100x, right? So asking the question, hey, what do you think about a 10x from these levels when we're overbought? It's at the top of a bull market. There's just crazy greed. There's all this fear of missing out. All of retail's pouring in. It's going crazy. That's not the best time to ask the question. The best time to ask the question is when everything has retraced. Everything has given up all the gains that they saw in a bull market. And now is that time. It's not only like, did we just survive the bear market and maybe there's a little bit left of this bear market, or at least the in-between of bear to bull, but we're preparing for the next bull market. So let's talk about this 10x approach. And this is really what grounds me in my mind as I try to evaluate my risk tolerance, as I try to evaluate, am I really happy with my position right now and what I've accumulated? So I'm going to give you some examples, and I have some notes here. I have Ethereum is right now around $1,600. The all-time high of Ethereum was $4,800. So if Ethereum reaches its all-time high once again, that's a 3x. That's not a 10x. Right there, that very simple piece of data, for somebody like me that's like, hey, let's shoot for 10x in the next cycle. Ethereum not as strong of a contender to deliver that. If I want a 10x from Ethereum, if it's going to hit, right, a 10x from where it is now, $1,600, it needs to hit $16,000. I'm not sure from even a technical analysis perspective and even the amount of capital coming into the next cycle, that's definitely going to happen, right? There's no guarantees in this space, but it's less likely for a 10x for Ethereum compared to other cryptos, which we'll talk about now. I have ADA on here. Obviously, you all know I'm an ADA bull. Check this out. ADA is around 25 cents. It was around $3 in the last all-time high. If ADA hits its all-time high again, that would be a 12x. Now we're talking, right? Ethereum hitting all-time high, that's a 3x. Cardano, that's a 10x or a 12x. Doge, that's a 6 cents right now. 73-cent all-time high, that's a 12x, kind of like ADA. XRP, if it's to hit all-time high, that's a 6x. Matic's a strong contender, I think, going into the next bull. 51 cents, its last all-time high, 280, so that would be a 5x. So you see kind of a mix, right? So Matic hitting its all-time high is a 5x. ADA hitting its all-time high, again, it's a 12x. So you have a mix of all of these different gains in percentages. And I think the best thing to do, and this is how I approach it. Actually, this list I just gave is almost an average of 10x, right? That's a very strong portfolio that I just read to you. And I'm not saying that's my portfolio. I took some examples quickly to kind of make a point here. That's a nice, especially from a risk tolerance. These are top cryptos that I think are going to be staying around. They're not going anywhere, right? So in terms of a risk tolerance perspective, that's like a pretty strong portfolio. That's just to get to all-time high again. If they break all-time high, we're going to see more gains, right? So if ADA were to break all-time high, it's not only a 12x, but it's whatever it does after that, right? We could be talking a 20x or more for ADA. So I think as a 10x starting point and just evaluating top cryptos, blue chip cryptos like we just did, it's like, okay, that's a great foundation for an approach for the next cycle. And then if you find your exposure to the market and you're like, I'm comfortable with this right now, and hey, I have a little bit left over for higher risk things that will deliver more than a 10x potentially. We're talking 30x, we're talking 50x, in some cases 100x. There's those plays out there in crypto. They are just way higher risk, right? So it's kind of like, all right, you asked the 10x question. What would a portfolio look like that's giving me a 10x? No guarantees, by the way. We might not get a repeat of the cycle. I just want to say that. I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen, right? But if we do, and if cryptos not only, we're not even talking about see new all-time highs. I'm just saying if they've reached their all-time highs, they saw last cycle, there's the 10x in play. And then at that point, after you have that comfortable starting point of your portfolio, I think we might get a 10x here. You could sprinkle in the higher risk plays, the higher risk altcoins, right? And what I really like about Cardano, I mean, and really any of these, there's other chains, right? I know we have a lot of Cardano people on here, but there's other chains. There's Ethereum with these other altcoins that are launching. There's, these level 2s like Base altcoins launching on there. Those high risk plays are all over the crypto space. It's really up to each individual person to sit back and say, what ecosystem do I want to be in? What projects are out there that look like they're going to grow? Is it a DEX? Is it like, what is it? And just really find your approach in that manner. But for me, I'm kind of just like, I want to have my 10x approach in position. And then I just want to have on the side, hey, I think this will do more than a 10x. And with that, if the next bull market delivers and I get my 10x or more return on my lower risk part of my portfolio, anything that happens with my higher risk altcoins, and if it's 10x, 20x, 50x or something, that's just an added bonus, right? That's my approach. I think in terms of crypto and what's out there, I think it's a less risk approach. I think the least amount of risk is just, hey, the people that are holding just Bitcoin, they're not even messing with altcoins. I think that's the least amount of risk. But I think it's risky because I don't think you're going to see as many gains, right? So like Bitcoin right now, is it really going to see a 10x in the next bull market? I really don't think it's going to, right? So those are my thoughts, and it's really a 10x approach. I hope I delivered that mindset. I was trying to deliver as simple as possible, and I'd be curious of your thoughts, everybody, in the comments below. Outside of the cryptos that yeah, that's awesome. I'm sitting here editing, and my phone stopped recording, but I was just saying, outside of the cryptos mentioned here, what are your top plays? Keeping in mind the 10x approach. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.